Hello and welcome to the July 2025 monthly energy forecast with me, transformational guide, intuitive channel, and somatic expansion coach, Marisa Liza Pell. So excited to have you here. First of all, I want to say that June's forecast, I don't think I've ever seen as many viewers as we've had last month. And I'd love to welcome all of our new viewers from Next Level Soul. We have a lot of new fans. We happened to be on Alex Ferrari's podcast, Next Level Soul, about 2 weeks ago. And it was amazing interview, amazing conversation. And if you want to check it out, just, I guess, go on YouTube and look up Next Level Soul and me, Marisa Liza Pell, and you will see the interview. And there's a lot of great stuff in it about where we're going as a consciousness, as a planet, humanity, all the stuff that you want to hear about, my story, everything. And I know a lot of people came over here because they wanted to check out the forecast for last month. So excited to have you. So I just want to say welcome. Love seeing what you're writing in the comments. And I can't wait to bring you the July monthly energy forecast. The other thing is, we have a lot of new fans, right? A lot of energy coming our way. We actually had a wait list fill up for my one-to-one sessions, and it is on overload. We actually had to shut it down, so it is now closed for a little while. However, I just wanted to I wanted to do something fun because it's just like we can't open it for a little while, right? So I wanted to reward those people who listened to the interview and understood my mission of bringing, not just having an intuitive reading or a psychic reading or a mediumship reading and getting some quick results or instant gratification. But I wanted to reward somebody that believes in our mission, believes in what I'm doing, and wants to learn moving into the body as well as connecting the intuition to that. So doing the inner work. So there's a lot of people on our list that want a reading, right? Or they want a session with me. And that's great and all, but like the mission is that we're not seeking instant gratification. We want to do the work. We want to step into that inner expansion and capacity so that we can move into our higher purpose. And so to reward that, I'm doing a little giveaway. So this month, if you are in my Mastering Momentum with Marisa membership, which includes my 3-step foundational soul system, it includes the somatic expansion foundations and the intuitive development foundations. If you join before July 31st, before we do the drawing, you get to win a free reading with me. I'm picking one winner for a reading by the end of July. So with our monthly membership, you can cancel anytime. You can stay, but you at least will start getting education on the somatic expansion pathway in the journey of transformation. But because you're doing the work and you're stepping in, one lucky person, because we're not opening the wait list, is going to win a reading with me. So the link is in the description below, and I hope that you are one of those people. Now, if you are already in our membership, we will be posting an announcement to talk about, we have a couple of different tiers of membership and how it will work for those of you that want to join our monthly subscription. And those of you who are annual are already entered as well. So just go into the link in the description below, and when you join, you will be entered to win the reading, and that will be drawn at the end of the month. So let's get into the themes of the monthly energy forecast. Let me talk about how this is going to work. So I basically channel a forecast, and I'm going to go over that channeled message. Okay. So that's the first part of the forecast we're going to go over. Then we're going to go over the cosmic highlights and the astrological events that are happening as well, the major key aspects in July 2025. And then we're going to go over how the channeled message connects with that. Okay. And then I'm going to go over each of the key dates that I feel, the key highlighted dates or segments of dates, and what I'm seeing for those dates. This is not a prediction. Okay. This is a weather forecast. You go about your life, you make your decisions. Please don't base your life on what I'm saying. You have to go and do your own life. This is more like, let's say you're going on vacation and check the weather, like it's raining, so bring a poncho. So if I'm saying that one of these key dates or a series of dates, not a good day to make a financial decision, maybe you want to make it on the day before, the day after. Like it's meant to be as a guide. Okay. I always tell people, always look at the month before to see what the themes are leading up to the forecast of this month. It's always connected, nothing separate. Everything is connected as we move ahead. So I just want to go over a little bit of an overview before I get into the channeled message of a couple of the themes that I have seen going on since June. So, like I said, how I prefer you to do this, watch the June forecast, see what the themes are. The themes from June always come over into July. So it's not like we have 1 month, 1 day, and you have to look at it. Everything's separate. Everything blends together in this wonderful journey. Not only a personal journey, but a cosmic journey, a journey for humanity. It's a big journey. It's all connected, right? So I talked about in June how July was going to be this month of crazy expansion. And if you haven't felt the momentum yet, I'm sure you have. Actually, emotionally over the past 2 weeks, things are just moving so fast. There's so much intensity, so much expansion, and you're likely to have already started to feel it mid-June. But I wasn't kidding when I said July is going to be busy, right? So July is going to test your capacity. It's going to test your expansion. It's going to test how sturdy of a foundation you actually have. Can you hold the next level of intensity? Can you hold the next level of alignment? That's what the universe is going to be asking you this month. And it's going to ask you, like, are you on a shaky foundation? Are you on a firm foundation? And most likely you're going to say, oh my God, I'm able to hold so much more than I was able to hold in the past, but I still need more structure. I still need more routine. I still need more streamlining. Okay. So those are the themes that are being brought into July. Is that number one, you're going to find a lot of disorganization underneath the surface. You're going to say, oh my God, things are moving forward. Opportunities are happening. I only have as much space and capacity as I have. What am I going to do? So as you start to streamline, you're going to start to uncover different things that are disorganized in your life. And you're going to say, oh my God, there's so much excess here. Things aren't streamlined here. Things are disorganized here. And what the universe is asking for is not to stop your momentum, shut down, and collapse like you used to and say, oh, it's just too much. My nervous system can't handle it. And I'm just going to sabotage it. We don't want that. We want you to be able to try to hold it by actually connecting in with the inner work that I was talking about, right? Holding that, maximizing your opportunity, maximizing your expansion, and starting to look at what needs to go, what needs to be streamlined, what needs to be let go, what needs to be closed up, what doors need to be closed, right? I was just talking to somebody about this today that sometimes when you're a people pleaser or you're in a space where you're taking care of other people, it's like you can only leave situations or leave relationships or whatever the case may be when they like get really toxic and really bad. And the thing that you're learning along this road of inner expansion and capacity is that you can have needs, and those needs can be enough to close doors. Like they can be enough. So let's say something's not totally wrong or totally bad, right? It's not like horrible where you need to finally say, oh, this is the reason why I have to leave this situation or I need to make up an excuse. Your needs are valid. So if it's like, hey, like this situation just doesn't feel right to me, no other explanation needed. So if you have certain needs and those needs aren't being met, like that's enough. Your needs are very important, right? Sometimes we outgrow situations, right? That just served us at a level where we're not paying attention in life. We don't really care about certain things. We kind of ignore them. They served us at the level of disorganization and preoccupation that we were at certain levels. And as you become more aware, as you have more needs, as you care about yourself more, as you have more compassion for yourself, as you decide you want more and receive more, then certain systems around you don't support that anymore. And it becomes very clear that you weren't paying attention anyway. So it's really, really important that you look around right now and say, what systems are supporting me? What systems are not supporting me? What do I need to upgrade? What do I need to leave? What doors do I need to close? And yes, people are nice. And I'm going to feel bad about saying no. And I don't, this something just doesn't serve me anymore. But like we could still be nice and those people can still be nice. And it just not be the right thing, right? So closing doors is a huge, big step in your healing journey, in your healing work. And a lot of times that's not an easy thing to do. But for now, because the momentum is going so fast, it's kind of like you need to streamline every single second, look at what's going on every single second so you can hold that momentum and maximize that opportunity that you have. So that June energy leap pushed you not only emotionally and energetically, but physically to the next level. And so you want to be able to hold that. And I was just talking, again, I was having some phone calls and I was just talking to people about how like, You know what you desire inside. But then if that situation right now, this second, in this next hour, after you're watching the forecast, presented itself at your door, it's like, hey, your soulmate is right here. Are you ready to just go deep and get emotional, trust somebody who's like willing to give you everything you always wanted? And you're like, oh my God, let me take a step back. That's really too intense. Or like your next level career path or your dream goal showed up at your door and be like, get ready tomorrow. You're going. You're like, wait a second. Like, do I have the capacity to step into this? So it's not about knowing it. It's not about the opportunity presented itself. Do you have the capacity to, number one, step into it, and number two, hold the vibration? And that's what the inner expansion is about. That's what inner expansion work is about. It's about being able to hold ourselves in the intensity that we are experiencing and able to hold ourselves with our own emotions, right? Be able to hold ourselves in our anger, in our fear, in our sadness, in our joy, and not disconnect from that, not disassociate from it, not like disconnect from it and get distracted and try to do something that feels good in the moment, but being able to sit with that, being able to sit with ourselves and hold ourselves in that space is going to be so important for you to expand your life and your purpose. So that's what we're doing here. That's my mission. That's my purpose. And intuition is the GPS guide that runs the show. But if you are in a state of fight or flight, or your nervous system is in shutdown, that system is shut off for yourself, but it is way open for the rest of the world. So you have intuition for everything else because you're constantly seeking for what feels safe around you and what is right. And you're constantly playing laser tag with the people that you have to help. And that takes up all your energy. But for yourself, that guidance is a little bit scattered, right? And you're not really sure. So this is the reason we're doing this work. This is the reason why we're expanding. And that's the reason why I wanted to reward someone that stepped into this work in the month of July. Okay, so I've been mentioning this surge of energy coming into July and the intensity arriving with it since the June forecast. So by mid-June, you've likely felt the energetic leap and the intensity that came with it. You had to ride that wave. It was both emotional and activating, moving your energy up to the next level. So self-work or a solo practice is really becoming outdated. It's only going to take you so far. The key to your next level, your next layer of growth is really teamwork, collaboration, and connection with like-minded souls and spirits on the same level that you are. The vibration of the group as a whole is much more powerful right now than any individual piece. So this month, the next step for you is asking for help and receiving it. So when you're working with limited capacity internally, there's only so far that you can go before hitting that inner electric fence. Like you're at capacity, you can't go any further. There's only so much that you can really just do on your own. So many people right now stay stuck in solo self-work. And that's going to only take you so far because your deeper layers, especially being seen, being heard, being understood, require trust, openness, and vulnerability. And they can't fully open without learning how to trust others here in the body and on the earth plane. So yes, people are fallible. They're not ChatGPT, right? People are going to disappoint you. They're going to fail you. They're going to let you down. It's just human nature. But they also act as guides, teachers, mirrors, and offer powerful reflection points for your expansion. This is why I always say, like when I left doing one-to-one work for a very long time and I took my 3-year sabbatical, that's when I realized when I created a group container for healing and for expansion, that was way more powerful than any work that I could have done one-to-one with somebody because the group is much stronger than the whole. That's why people accelerate more healing in community than they do in just a single session. Not that those aren't very powerful, but that's more, a single session is meant to kind of illuminate your path, to kind of illuminate those stuck points. So we might face pain alone and deal with pain alone, but we don't heal alone. We heal further, we accelerate further in community. So if you're looking to expand, July actually brings massive opportunity to ride the wave of momentum you've already set in motion. So choose your healing container, whatever it is, start something, add community to your roster, choose a guide, a coach, a mentor, or somebody to help you, even with chores or errands, like around the house. Anything that allows you to conserve your energy and access the divine wisdom within this intensity that's coming in July. That's how you'll do the highest level work that you came here to do. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, and you can start that inside my membership, Mastering Momentum with Marisa, where you're going to find our private community and get access to my soul system foundational pathway of transformation. You need to maximize your opportunity in July. This is a time of powerful expansion in the universe to seek reflection points and find your people. Yes, there's a lot to do, but you need capacity to meet the moment. That's the focus now. Capacity and expansion. Holding yourself inside intensity, riding the wave, and getting to the other side. Taking care of yourself during high intensity moments may not have been your strength before, but it is required now. You have to pause. You need to add self-care into your packed schedule. You'll actually get way more done and go further that way, even if you feel the pull to barrel through all the practical things. This is your first practice container for 2 more waves of expansion that will hit again later this year and into the next. Then you'll enter a steadier, more streamlined flow where everything begins to come into true order. Okay, so the next part we're going to talk about is the July 2025 cosmic highlights and astrological events. So first we have a Neptune retrograde in Aries beginning July 4th. This is a beautiful opportunity to connect with your intuition and revisit deeper dreams and soul-aligned desires. This introspective energy helps strip away the illusions and the fantasies of what we hope things to be and realign with your true essence. So it's a beautiful opportunity. We also have Venus entering Gemini on July 4th, a light and breezy shift that brings fresh connections, playful energy, and open-hearted communication. And it is a great time for collaboration. We talked about that before, curiosity, and creative exchanges that spark joy. We also have, I always like to say Uranus. Uranus enters Gemini July 7th, and this is a start of a 7-year cycle of innovation and breakthroughs and how we think, speak, and connect. So this is going to affect the world. Expect new technologies, revolutionary ideas, and a personal awakening of how you express your truth. Then we have a full moon in Capricorn on July 10th, a powerful moment of culmination and clarity around your long-term goals. This illumination invites you to celebrate how far you've come and refocus your energy on what truly matters, balancing ambition and soulful stability. Then we start the retrogrades. Aren't we loving that? The mid-month. Saturn retrograde in Aries begins on July 13th. Think of this as a sacred pause, a time to refine your foundations, strengthen your boundaries, and recommit to the life that you're building. Yes. Long-term visions. Get a thoughtful, aligned reset. Then we have our lovely, lovely Mercury retrograde beginning July 18th in Leo. So rather than something to fear, this retrograde invites you to reclaim your inner voice, revisit creative projects, and express yourself even more boldly than before. Let the lioness out, right? Slow down, reflect, and let inspiration emerge from within. Saturn enters Leo and new moon in Leo July 22nd, 24th. So a dynamic, heart-centered reset. This is your time to shine, create, and lead from a place of authenticity and inner fire. Pluto's in the mix here, and what you shed now can lead to lasting empowerment. So Venus enters Cancer, the sign of Cancer, late July, and love and relationships here. Everybody likes love. Love and relationships take a tender turn, inviting more emotional depth, care, and vulnerability. So this is all connected. Everything, the channel message and the astrological events all seem to intertwine. It's a beautiful time for heart healing, nurturing connections, and deepening trust in yourself and others. What's interesting in July is we have what's called a dual retrograde window, July 18th through August 11th. Saturn and Mercury retrograding simultaneously. This becomes a dual retrograde window, excellent for internal review. So with Saturn and Mercury retrograding simultaneously, this period brings a double retrograde window. And you're like, what is that, Marisa? It's excellent for internal review and internal work. It invites slowing down, reassessing responsibilities, and refining communication and creative visions. So here's your thematic overview, what it all means. Innovation versus reflection, right? So in summary, July 2025 is a transformative interplay of forward momentum and retrograde reflection. So you're moving forward And at the same time, you're expanding internally. So now we're going to move into the July activation. What do we do with all this energy, right? So this month is not just intense, it's transformational, but only if you work with it intentionally, not if you're all over the place. Here's how to stay grounded while you are rising. I have a few little bullet points we're going to talk about. Number one, do a mid-year energy audit. So ask yourself, where do I need more clarity? Where is this organization blocking my growth mentally, emotionally, or physically? And then streamline now so you can hold more later. Number two, let go of doing it all alone. This month is the month to ask for help and to receive it, whether it's mentorship, coaching, community support, or even someone to help you with the basics, errands, childcare, emotional support. You're not weak for needing others. You're ready. Number three, choose a container that can hold you. So whether it's my membership, a trusted guide, or a soul-aligned space, just plant yourself somewhere. I don't care if it's with me or with somebody else. Growth doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in relationship and reflection. Number four, support your nervous system like it's your job. The energy is not slowing down, and if you want to expand without burning out, your body has to be on board. Move, rest, regulate, repeat. Move, rest, regulate, repeat. Move, rest, regulate, repeat. This is the key to sustainable momentum. Number five, say yes to joy and creative flow. Leo energy is here to reignite your light. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Start creating again. Share your voice. Let pleasure be part of your process. Number six, honor the sacred slowdown. Mercury retrograde will help you refine, realign, and reconnect to what actually matters. You're not going backward. You're actually going and rooting yourself in a deeper way. So a couple more little words before we move into the key dates of the month. You're not being tested this month, okay? You're being trained and you're getting a lot of energy coming your way so you could expand your capacity, number one, be able to hold it, number two, and to be able to step into that aligned new life, number three. That's where this energy is taking you. Everything that feels intense right now is here to show you what's ready to be released, restructured, and received. Your capacity is expanding, but only if you give yourself permission to stop doing it all alone. That's the message of this month. Because that next level of expansion isn't coming down the road or later, it's already here. So the next thing I really want to drive home is that movement is really going to be essential for momentum in July. So if you're feeling the buzz to get a move on, that's good. But let's make sure that your body is also on board. Because no matter how many mindset shifts or clarity downloads or intellectualizing you get this month, if your energy isn't moving through your body, it's going to feel stuck, heavy, or straight up chaotic. I'm not talking about going and exercising. I'm talking about doing the inner work to move ahead. This month is high voltage and your body is the channel. And that's why I'm doing the giveaway that I'm doing, is because I want to reward people who are stepping in to start doing their inner work. Really, really important, because then actually your future does change. So this month is about your body being the channel so that you can become the light that you need to be and have the impact you want to have. You don't need a strict routine or a fancy plan. Just give your body permission to move. Move the body and the mind will follow, right? So try actual body movement first. Dance party in your kitchen, walking around the block with your favorite playlist. Let your body start to move and let your mind catch up with it. Stretch breaks between your Zoom calls or on the computer. A little shake it out moment when your mind starts to spiral, right? Energy that's stuck in your head, move it out of the body. That's how you start to build momentum without the overwhelm. But then we have to stop the intellectualizing, right? So that's where the grounded nervous system work comes in. That's how your intuition also gets louder, and that's how you stay in flow instead of in freeze. So bottom line, if you want to go big this month, don't sit still, literally or figuratively. Okay, so let's go over the key energy date highlights for July of 2025. July 1st through the 3rd. These dates are highlighted as flow and streamlined days. You can maximize whatever you already have in place. If you're seeking insight or looking to start something that supports your expansion, this is the time. These are great dates to ask for help or select support for whatever you're trying to streamline from the forecast. July 4th, this U.S. holiday may not feel as jazzy as previous years or even feel like a holiday at all. Don't worry, more opportunities to enjoy the July energy will present themselves. Try not to place all the focus on just one day. Be mindful of traffic if possible and avoid the highways. July 5th, this is an extremely high vibration day. If you're seeking connection with your guides, your higher self, cosmic wisdom, this is the day in the month that stands out most energetically. July 6th. This day holds beautiful energy. It's a great day for private gatherings, creating memories, and sharing meaningful moments. July 7th, this is a World Announcement Day. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it could involve significant news, possibly something not received well or not presented in the highest light. July 8th and 9th, these dates highlight strong leadership stepping forward, likely to manage whatever the earlier part of the week holds. July 8th and 9th is interesting because these dates highlight strong leadership stepping forward in the world. Some positives are actually on the horizon, but this looks like there are positive forces coming forward. July 10th is a day for compromises, negotiations, and possible treaties. While not all sides will be fully in favor, it still represents a path forward. Now, these could be literal or symbolic, and it could represent your life in an individual way or something going on in the world. July 11th, this day carries the energy of peace and handshakes. It's connected to high-level world events, either symbolically or in practical form, or it could be even in your life. July 12th is a day of mystery, so there's a lot happening behind the scenes that won't be visible just yet. Think hidden talks, negotiations, and private discussions. July 13th is a light shedding day. Lots of illumination and clarity will break through now. July 14th is a day of management, especially around finances and structure. You may feel guided to shift or reorganize how things are allocated. Pay attention to that guidance. It's strong and clear. July 15th is the day of physical strength. You feel an energy shift in the body. Where you once felt weak, you now feel strong. July 16th, true friends reveal themselves and bring good news. And it's not what you think. Your allies may show up in unexpected ways or forms. July 17th through July 20th. Keep your structure steady during this window. Stick to what you planned this week or the month before. Avoid making last-minute changes. They likely will not turn out well. If you're torn on a decision, do nothing rather than act just to please somebody else. July 21st through the 23rd, these dates invite you to take a break from the seriousness of it all. Play, laugh, fill your cup, give yourself permission to enjoy life fully and freely. July 24th through the 25th, these days may feel more serious or intense, but they'll be easier to handle if you took time to play in the days prior. July 26th, rest completely, do nothing today, it's needed. July 27th, spend time alone in quiet reflection. This is a powerful day for receiving messages and clarity. July 28th, a perfect day to give back. Acts of generosity will be amplified. The universe will reward you tenfold. July 29th, you're a winner today. You may be recognized for a contribution you've made either to someone personally or society at large. July 30th is a day for self-endorsement. Celebrate yourself. Not because someone else said you did well, but because you know it in your soul. Be proud of you. July 31st, you did it. Now celebrate. This is your moment of joyful completion and well-deserved recognition. So the question to ask yourself is, are you ready to keep the momentum going? If this forecast resonated with you, you're not alone. You're part of a wave of soul-led leaders, creatives, seekers, and healers who know it's time for more alignment, more capacity, more inner expansion, more support to actually live your purpose. So that's exactly why I created my membership, Mastering Momentum with Marisa, my monthly private space where we move through real-time energy shifts together, blend somatic tools with intuitive insight, and build a structure to hold the next level of your life, creativity, and expansion. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm very excited because I want to give somebody an opportunity to have a one-to-one session with me privately, and this is the fairest way to do it. So because of my mission and because of my purpose, I am giving that to people that are stepping in to do the work. So if you are in my monthly membership or my annual membership in the month of July, you will be entered for a chance to win one reading. So we will be doing that drawing at the end of the month. So I hope to see you in Mastering Momentum with Marisa. The link is below. And either way, you're going to unlock trainings. You're going to step into your expansion work and you're going to learn something too. So I hope to see you in there, and I'm excited to connect with you, and I will talk to you next month. We'll see you soon.